I'm having to do a quick video on censorship again. I made a video titled Message for Bill Gates and YouTube took it down. And the claim is for medical misinformation. But the video was actually an opinion piece and my response to Bill Gates' book, How to Avoid the Next Pandemic. And basically I was linking my video to Dr. John Campbell's video about the same thing. And but what's interesting is YouTube removed it for medical misinformation. Now, I wasn't providing any medical information. I was again offering an opinion about Bill Gates' book. And that YouTube removed it. Now remember, I think about 4 beings watch my channel. 2 of those are cats, and the other 2 watch my channel because it puts them to sleep. So with my massive reach, YouTube deemed me of of being so dangerous that they don't want my opinion being shared amongst people, amongst the 2 cats and 2 people with insomnia. And so it made me think about censorship once again, because I've had another video removed because I was offering my opinions, and also in the video I mentioned that it is my opinion and I stand to be corrected, and I could be very wrong. I even said that in the video. And why did they remove my video? I can only think that there was something in the video that the powers that be just don't want public. They certainly don't want your opinion public, and they don't want your opinion public if it contains any information about the virus, the pandemic, or the vaccine that doesn't explicitly follow the guidelines that YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google want to enforce. Literally, the general public is to be subject to an opinion that they want to impose on everyone. You cannot have an opinion about COVID, the vaccine, or the pandemic. You can't have an opinion about those things. You are only allowed to have an opinion about those things on these platforms if that is in line with exactly what the powers that be want you to think about these things. And once again, what a very sad situation. It makes me think of Elon Musk and hope that Twitter is going to be freer and more fair. It's very sad that you can't have an opinion, a free opinion on YouTube, and YouTube claimed that it's for medical misinformation. When the video wasn't about medical information, it was about an opinion, a response to what people like Bill Gates do. That's all it was. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I will come back again to censorship across the big platforms like Google, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. We're in a changing world, a very sad changing world. We criticize China and Russia for their censorship, but yet we in the West are going in the exact same direction, and it's very, very sad. But and the last thing I want to point out is I will leave it up to you to conclude what censorship of me might mean, especially when my opinion does not fall in line with what the mainstream narrative is. We are heading into a future where if you do not follow the mainstream media's narrative, you are not right. You have to follow, you have to think the way that the mainstream media want you to think. That's what this means. Anyway, it's very annoying. I'm very fed up with this censorship and this nonsense and this mind and thought control that we seem to be subject to. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I can only think that this issue will not go away and eventually something will happen. Something so crazy. You know, you can't have an opinion about COVID, the pandemic, or the vaccine. You're not allowed to have an opinion. It's absolutely scandalous. It's ridiculous on so many levels. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because it's just so dull and pathetic. Anyway, hope everyone's well and speak again soon.